alimony, and radical fatherhood in the shadow of systemic failure. Table of contents. 1. Executive summary. 2. Narrative. The story of Ronald Bierend. Early life and family background. The loss of Antonio. Rebuilding after prison. Challenges with mail, legal correspondence, and custody issues. Homelessness and barriers to parental access. Digital advocacy efforts. YouTube, forevermiss.com. Personal recovery and writing the outlaw gospel. 3. Embedded charts. Figure 1. Loss of parental access over time. Figure 2. Homelessness versus custody retention. Figure 3. Digital advocacy engagement. Figure 4. Time allocation for rebuilding life. Figure 5. Sources of parental barriers. 4. Analysis of systemic challenges. 5. Recommendations and next steps. 6. Appendices. Forever Miss tributes, key messages, timelines. Executive summary. Ronald Bierend's story is one of endurance, heartbreak, and relentless advocacy. After incarceration, he fought to rebuild his life and maintain a relationship with his children. The loss of his son, Antonio, and systemic obstacles, including interference with mail and legal correspondence, severely hindered his ability to participate in custody decisions. Through digital advocacy on YouTube and memorial platforms like forevermiss.com, Ronald asserted his presence and fought for recognition. His personal recovery, poetry, and creation of the outlaw gospel document his journey and vision for a home for broken voices, a sanctuary and advocacy hub for silenced parents. This document presents his narrative, key data visualizations, systemic analysis, and recommendations for restoring parental rights and supporting families in similar situations. Narrative. The story of Ronald Bierend. Early life and family background. Ronald Bierend was born in New Mexico and grew up in a series of temporary homes, experiencing instability from an early age. Despite these challenges, he developed a strong belief in loyalty, truth, and family responsibility. The loss of Antonio Ronald became a father to Antonio Chico Jacobs Garula, who brought joy and light into his life. Tragically, Antonio died in 2018 at age 2. Ronald regularly visits Antonio's memorial page on forevermiss.com, where tributes from family, friends, and strangers provide comfort. Open quote. That page is all I've got left that nobody can take from me, Ronald says. Close quote. Hasha. Rebuilding after prison. After leaving prison, Ronald moved in with his stepfather, Donald Harold Beggs, intending to rebuild stability and maintain contact with his children, Nevaeh Nicole Drake Barron, Freddie Alton Drake Barron, and Antonio. He trusted Donald to manage legal correspondence and paperwork related to Antonio's estate. Challenges with mail, legal correspondence, and custody issues. Over time, Ronald noticed missing letters, unanswered inquiries, and legal documents handled without his knowledge. Court proceedings advanced without his participation, which he believes negatively impacted his parental rights. Figure 1. Loss of parental access over time. Placeholder for chart showing Ronald's access to his children over time. Homelessness and barriers to parental access. After a confrontation, Ronald was forced to leave his stepfather's home, entering periods of homelessness and unstable living arrangements. This lack of housing compounded difficulties in maintaining custody and legal involvement. Figure 2. Homelessness versus custody retention. Placeholder for chart correlating housing instability with custody challenges. Digital advocacy efforts. Ronald turned to online platforms to maintain visibility and advocate for parental rights, sharing videos on YouTube and posting updates on forevermiss.com. This digital presence allowed him to connect with supporters and document his story. Figure 3. Digital advocacy engagement. Placeholder for chart showing engagement on digital platforms. Personal recovery and writing the outlaw gospel. Ronald dedicates time to rebuilding his life, writing poetry and reflections called the outlaw gospel, and exploring recovery and advocacy strategies. Figure 4. Time allocation for rebuilding life. Placeholder for chart, showing how Ronald distributes his time across recovery, writing, and family advocacy. Sources of parental barriers. Multiple factors have prevented Ronald from fully participating in his children's lives, including systemic, social, and familial obstacles. Figure 5. Sources of parental barriers. Placeholder for chart showing key factors affecting parental involvement. Analysis of systemic challenges. Ronald's experience reflects broader issues. Parents emerging from incarceration often face male interference, legal disenfranchisement, housing instability, and bureaucratic obstacles. These systemic barriers exacerbate family separation and prevent equitable participation in custody and decision making processes. Recommendations and next steps.